That's not hijab. Don't you fear Allah? Tabarruj princess. Ugh, so embarrassing. Just take it off. What are you doing? If you clicked on this video thinking this is going to be about bashing Muslim women for wearing incorrect hijab, you're in for a surprise, because this will be so much more than that. We're going to explore why a Muslim woman can go from this to this in her hijab. And no, it's not because she doesn't fear Allah. Far from it, actually. It's because hijab has become a beauty standard, and that shift is changing everything. To start, hijab has always been about modesty, but now it's about aesthetics. Sisters are now judged on whether the hijab looks cute, whether it's styled right, whether it makes them prettier. When in reality, hijab was never about beautifying us. It was about liberating us from being defined by beauty in the first place. Now naturally, given the modern times we live in, this raises the question, are hijabi influencers to blame? Partly, yes. Many Muslim women unintentionally present hijab as something to enhance beauty minimally rather than conceal it. The scarf becomes another accessory, a lookbook, and followers internalize that hijab must be aesthetic to be done right. This creates unrealistic standards, peer pressure, and the subtle belief that hijab isn't complete unless it suits you. But let's be very clear, influencers are a part of this problem, but they did not invent it. But the reason why they too feel so comfortable showing hijab in this way is because the deeper root is that we as a community have completely neglected the study and spirit of the hijab. Hijab is just one branch of the greater tree of modesty. If women do not understand what modesty means spiritually, socially, and personally, hijab naturally gets reduced to just a cloth on your head. From there, it's only a matter of time before it becomes marketed, stylized, and commodified. Ask yourself, if you wear hijab right now, when was the last time you actually studied why Allah made it an obligation? If you don't wear hijab yet, is it because you're unsure of its true importance? Do you find yourself avoiding the topic? This is why, when an influencer starts beautifying or taking off her hijab, our own iman feels shaken. But it shouldn't. In reality, another Muslim's choices should not destabilize our faith. But the fact that it does shows how shallow our foundation on hijab can be when it's not built on knowledge. So, it sounds pretty simple, right? Why don't we just study hijab sincerely? It's because we've built a defense system against it. When the time comes that we need to improve our hijab and study it more, we comfort our nafs with excuses like, hijab is not the sixth pillar of Islam. That is true, but even when you ignore the haram police, you have to understand it is still a command from Allah. Every woman will be asked about it on the Day of Judgment. Islam isn't pick and choose. The internal matters more than the external. I hate to break it to you, but the external is a reflection of the internal. A heart that is truly surrendered to Allah will not rebel against His commands for the body. That's like saying, I love Allah, but I won't pray. But men have obligations too. Yes, but their accountability will not erase yours. On the Day of Judgment, Allah is not going to ask you what a man did. He's going to ask you what you did. By hiding behind these arguments, we lower the bar instead of raising it. So this is how hijab has become so heavy. Not because Allah's command is too hard, but because our nafs has become too indulged. And here's the most important part. For some women, hijab will be the hardest test of their life. And that's not shameful, that's just reality. Understand that when a woman first puts on hijab, she suddenly realizes that all people can see is her face. No hair, no figure, no distractions, just her face exposed to everyone's gaze. This is what triggers insecurities like, I look fat, I look plain, my features aren't enough. That's when shaitan takes advantage. A little makeup will help. A trendy wrap will make you look better. If you just style it like the influencers, you'll feel better about yourself. This is the silent battle that no one talks about. Hijab was meant to liberate us from this exhausting cycle. Instead of freedom from beauty standards, we're now trapped in the new one, the hijabi beauty standard. And this is why studying hijab is so important. Because without knowledge, without understanding what Allah actually says about modesty, our understanding will get hijacked by culture, trends, and shaitan's whispers. When we don't know the why, hijab easily becomes on how it looks. The moment beauty trends shift, or the moment we don't feel pretty enough, we start questioning its place in our lives. So how do we move past this struggle? How do we stop seeing hijab as an aesthetic and start seeing it as an act of worship? Simple. Study it. Open the Quran. Go to the verses in Surah An-Nur and Surah Al-Ahzab where Allah talks about modesty and covering. Read the tafsir. Reflect on the words Allah chose. And ask yourself, what is He teaching us women about dignity, purity, and protection? Listen to lectures on hijab, the spirit behind them. Write down your own reflections. Make dua to Allah to help you see hijab the way He sees it. Unfollow the influencers who beautify the hijab. It's just self-preservation for you. Protect your heart and your journey. And don't stop at hijab. Go deeper into haya, modesty of the eyes, the tongue, the heart, the soul. Because hijab is not meant to be isolated. It is part of the greater character that brings you closer to Allah. When you understand all of that, hijab will become so easy for you. Start a relationship with the hijab. Because if you see it as just a burden, you'll always feel the urge to beautify it or compromise it. But the stronger your connection to your hijab, the more it becomes a part of you. Not something to decorate, but something that dignifies. May Allah make us all strong with our hijab and make us among the women of Jannatul Firdaus. If you love these reminders, I share more soft, faith-filled reflections on my Girly Muslimah Substack. And for the first 1,000 paid sisters, you'll unlock a special founding membership full of bonuses, sisterhood, and free monthly ebooks. Check out the link in the YouTube description below. Assalamu alaikum.